welcome you all today, coming together, standing for peace, standing for unity, standing for no more pollution, standing for our people and our planet. I think we all deserve an applause for being here and showing our commitment. You know, Richmond is a city that has suffered for decades from the impact of heavy industry. Having the second largest refinery in California, the Chevron Richmond oil refinery in our city, has left its impact on our citizens, on our residents. There is the public health impact we have among asthma, of cancer, of heart disease. There is the environmental justice impact. The communities around the refinery, low-income communities, minority communities, have suffered the cumulative impact and the synergistic impact of pollutants for years. Now Chevron is proposing a new expansion, a modification of its current refinery. And this is a big concern to the people of Richmond. The cumulative impact of all this pollution, the synergistic impact, is definitely going to have an impact on the greater public health of our communities. So currently this project is being reviewed, will be reviewed at the Planning Commission on March 20th. I am calling for a recirculation of the final impact report. It has major omissions, it has major errors. There is a lack of disclosure, which is not surprising. We've dealt with Chevron's unwillingness to disclose information to us before in Richmond. So this environmental impact report needs to be reviewed by the public further. We need to recirculate it. So I ask people to come out to the Planning Commission at the Council Chambers at 7 p.m. on Thursday. Now, the other impact, of course, is the environmental degradation. Global warming continues. Chevron, through this proposed project, wants to increase yearly greenhouse gas emissions 898,000 metric tons. This is not what our environment needs. And the sulfur and all the other, the volatile organic compounds, the flaring, all this is something that the environmental impact report needs to fully reveal, needs to tell us exactly what that impact is and what kind of crude are they going to be refining at this expanded refinery. It turns out that the scientific experts say that it's heavier, dirtier crude. And Chevron isn't revealing this. Heavier, dirtier crude is something that creates more risk and more pollutants. So we have a big task ahead of us in Richmond to say the public has a right to know. The public has a right to have a healthy environment, have healthy children, healthy families. And I want to tie this into the war that we see going on, waging in Iraq and in Afghanistan and in other places. It is so clear, anybody, I can't imagine, although there are those that do, want to discount or say that this is not a war for oil. We know that this is a war for oil, and we know that over 100 million barrels of Iraqi oil are currently being refined at the Chevron Richmond refinery monthly, and more to be expected. We have to draw those links. We have to say that Chevron has to come out with full disclosure of information. It has to stop the lies. It has to stop the bombings. It has to stop the wars. It has to start paying its fair share of taxes to Richmond. Currently Chevron still hasn't disclosed its utility usage for its utility users' tax payment in Richmond, and Chevron is trying to reduce its property tax payment. So we've got so much missing information and really out and out smokes and mirrors coming from Richmond. So it's time for us to clear the air, to clear the smoke from the pollution, to clear the smoke from the lies, to clear the smoke from the war, and say no more pollution, no more war, and no more lies. Thank you very much.